Guillory and Billy Heck. Josh Chris, Danny Brennan, Phil Root, row 10, and a couple of spot prize winners there yesterday. Andy Durant back once again. He's in 31st with Alex Cook alongside him, Logan Parsons, Craig Ferris, Merlin Lindsay, Matthew Butler should be there. And away we go in the race. We're hooking up, and who's going to get the start? Well, Twyford quick off the line. Mr. Cran's done a pretty decent job. Second row man, Del Dowds, is up to third place as we go through the first corner for the first time. And already Twyford has got his nose well and truly in front. He's about 8-10 bike lengths ahead as they canker up for Druids Corner once for the first time. Let's see if Dowds has overcome those problems. The last thing Dowds wants between him and his main championship rival, who will probably be his main championship rival, Twyford, is another bike. But we know Ducran is very quick around here. And somebody unfortunately, is that Steve Costin again?
I think
I'm going to get confirmation. It's a very colourful bike. And we know, but no, Steve Costin might have been on the
rider up as well there. Sorry, I was into multiple McLarens and clearways there, but got suspicions as to who it may be, but no, both riders up and okay there, I believe. We'll get confirmation.
I know exactly who that is. Unfortunately, crashing out of second place there. That's going to be Mitch Ducran. So Del would have seen that right in front of him. I'm not sure if it's cold tyres catching people out. Certainly there's a bit of sunshine on the tracks and some heat in the tarmac. So Twyford leads. That's Ronnie Harris there in second. Oh, another one at Druids, mate. Look, with the flag's gone out again at Druids too. So that's not the first.
Like Del Dowds is up in the second place. Ronnie Harris in third.
So it's not the top three there. Okay, let's get confirmation who we lost. Lost Mitch Ducran. Brian Mayer hasn't come round, nor has Reece Contral, unfortunately. So, no good news. Sorry, Steve Costin fans. He's doing absolutely fine. In fact, Steve has made up 5 places on that opening lap. The big loser on that opening lap, one of the big losers, is Kev Lilly going backwards by 5 places. Got to work on those starts, Kevin. You then maybe need a bit more practice, mate. Anyway, what I do know is that Dave Twyford led over the line by 1.5 seconds. Now, Del Dowds has made his way up to second place. Dowds was the fastest in the first sector. Right, I think he's overcome those bike problems, Brad, because all of a sudden he's closed that gap. He's got 0.3 of a second quicker than Twyford in front of him. He's got the bit between his teeth. Right now, it was 1.5 seconds at the end of the first lap. Let's see what Twyford can do. Can he get away, or is Dowds going to catch him? I have to say I'm feeling the latter. Looks like Ronnie Harris there in third place is doing an absolutely splendid job. He's got, now is that Billy Harris, next B Harris?
Yes, 141, I believe.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, we'll get the bits of paper sorted out. Yep.
Absolutely right.
And then it's Steve Costin, so Steve making up another place. Toby finishes the loser on that lap, losing a couple of places, unfortunately, for Toby. So Ollie Sims up to 8th place, and Jack Bettis is up next. There's James Egginson rounding at your top 10 as Twyford comes across the line. He gets the fastest lap this time, so unfortunately I might have written him off a little bit too soon there, mate. He's all of a sudden come across with a 51.9 against the 52.5 that Dowds has done. So Dowds will have seen him slip away just that little bit. It's only 0.5 seconds, but all that work to get that little few tenths back is already gone. Maybe just a little bit of slip from Del, but he's going to push on as hard as he dare because he really wants the championship this year. And he's doing everything he can. Rookie Minitwins, right, okay. Bit of a surprise to the rookie Minitwins there, because on the only one on the first page today is Noah Guillory. And what happened to our man from yesterday, Mr. Howarth?
I did see somebody coming into the pits after on the warm-up there, but it was a black mark. I didn't quite catch the number, I have to admit.
No, it's a great shame.
We've got black and orange flag going out there, so we're not quite sure the reason behind that one, but that'll affect our top 6, because looks like that's number 33, Steve Costin there.
Oh no, poor old Steve. Wonder if something hanging off his bike from yesterday, hangover yesterday that got missed maybe.
Keep an eye on him as he goes round up towards Druids, but no, have a look at the lap times, and a 51.9 is the fastest so far. But look how equally matched they are in that previous lap there. A 52.5 for Twyford and a 52.5 for Del Dowds.
And a 52.378 for Ronnie Harris as well. So, and a 52.365 for Steve Costin. Unfortunately, he's got the meatball flag, so that's going to do his race result no good whatsoever. Yeah, William Howard, the double winner of the Rookie Minitwins, really impressed us yesterday. His lap times are great, his positions are fantastic, and we gave him Rookie of the Day. Thank you very much indeed to Alan Russell for that prize. And he's not on my screen, so not quite sure what happened there, because he would have started on the 4th row as well. So not quite sure what's happened to the 96 machine. I don't know why he's not on the screens whatsoever. That's a great shame. Hopefully we'll see a little bit more of him this afternoon, but it will be a back of the grid charge. It will be a good experience, if nothing else.
So Steve Costin, seeing the flag there, he's just let Kev Liddy go by and he's looking around. So Steve Costin's noticed that black and orange meatball flag. But unfortunately, that'll be his race run.
That's something you don't see very often. Exactly 2 seconds.
Yeah. Exactly 2 seconds.
We used to a fraction here and a fraction there, but that was the gap from Twyford over Downs last time round as they tripped the timing beams over the back there and hooked their way up through the McLaren clearway section. Already hitting the back markers, not literally, fortunately, but that could make a little bit of a difference somewhere along the line. So 2 seconds was the gap between Twyford and Downs. Let's see what we've got this time. Actually, to tell you the battle we need to watch, actually, is not Twyford and Downs. Could well be Harris and Downs there, because Ronnie is the one who's closing him down, only by a few hundredths of a second that time.
In fact, he's looking up the inside.
Yeah.
He's got the drive through, Paddock Hill bend through the dip, but Del Downs later on the brakes just about holds on to that second place, tries to run wide there, just about, holds on to the apex. But Ronnie Harris, well, we know he's been in the British Talent Cup, so he's definitely no stranger to real close racing.
No, absolutely not. But Del Downs knows how to get a hustle a mini twin, especially around Brands Hatch. He's got plenty of gold medals sitting on his dashboard from trips home back up to up near Thetford, basically. I don't know, I've been there, but it's just
Suffolk base.
Yeah, Suffolk base. It's all flatlands up there as far as I'm concerned. They all talk funny and walk funny, I don't know.
You can't say that as an Australian.
As an Australian, no, but as somebody from Cambridgeshire.
Yeah.
So Twyford to Downs, 2.2 seconds, so 2 1/4, let's call it. Downs to Harris, 0.2 of a second. I tell you what, I'm impressed with this Harris's speed through Paddock Hill Bend, actually. That's where he seems hauling back. Right, back markers coming into play right now. Now, Twyford shuffling his way. He knows he's getting pit boards down there. I think Zach's on his pit board today, giving us the signs, and Harris and Dowds go either side now. This is Dowds getting held up by a back marker. This is Harris's chance. He's got better drive coming out of Graham Hill. He's going to pull up alongside coming into the 30s. However, Dowds just goes, nope, I'm having that, mate. Pushes the bar our way and absolutely hits the apex beautifully.
So we're watching them come around, and then Twyford with a 2.2 second advantage last time around as they opened it up by 0.2 of a second, but they're coming out of Clark Curve and onto the front straight once more. There's Twyford across the line on that yellow and blue number 1. Here comes Dowds and Ronnie Harris. It was 0.194. It's now 0.183. But Dowds, well, he's retaliating there, isn't he, from the challenge posed by Ronnie Harris, because he went purple in that second sector, and that was from halfway down the Cooper Straight round to the start-finish line.
Yeah, a little bit of chatter on the radio. They're just catching Bradley, and unfortunately somebody at Exeter Druids here. We can see the marshals quickly coming down to the spot to take care of the rider there.
I'm just having a look at that gap between Dave Twyford and Del Dowds, and it's a back marker between them now, but that, I don't think, is 2 seconds anymore. So I don't know what happened to Twyford there, whether he got caught up in it or not, but Ronnie Harris goes around the outside of the back marker, so loses a bike length or 2 on Del Dowds, but it's closed up marginally on this lap. This is lap number 9 of 12 as they come round Clark Curve onto the front straight once more.
You're right, that's no longer 2 seconds and 3/4 way into the races, and it's look at his lap time of 54.3 against Dowds' 53.3, so a second quicker there for Dowds. Got the gap down to less than a second. He'll be smelling him from there, I reckon, mate. He's got very sensitive nostrils, is that boy. I do wonder if Twyford and the back marker, because looking at the timings there, I'm not putting the finger at anybody, do wonder if that may be the reason, or maybe he was avoiding the back marker or something like that.
Being held up a little bit here again. Del Dowds can carry all that corner speed, and it was 0.9 of a second, but it's closing with every corner now.
I tell you what, Dowds will have the bit between his teeth well and truly, and now it's Dowds' chance to get caught behind a back marker.
Also, it looks like Malvern May's just gone straight on at Surtees there, waiting to rejoin at Clearway, so he's gone a long way. But Twyford then, it was 0.9 of a second, but Del Dowds, that's when it really starts to become more promising, doesn't it? When the gap's less than a second, you
can see him, you can feel him. Getting into some of the rookies now as well. Over the line we go. And it's going to be Dowds' turn to get the back marker shuffle. No, he shouldn't lose too much there, actually. But I think Twyford knows he's on a mission now. And he was actually 0.2 of a second slower than his rival there. So this could go down to the wire. We're going to get the last lap flag next time round. Not a lot in it as the sidecars come out to join us. Watching down at Graham Hill, Twyford beautifully drifting out of that corner, gets the rear end, shaking a tail feather there. Up we go to Surtees once again. And Dowds again round the outside of a back marker. It's only a fraction of a second, but that's costing. But of course, as you well know, Bradley, races are won and lost by fractions of a second.
No, you're absolutely right, and we're talking 3/4 of a second at the moment there. Race leaders just making the way out of clearways onto Clark Curve now, and this will be the last lap flag going out, so only 1.2 miles left. One Malvern mate out of the race now, but onto the last lap, and the gap is just shy of 1 second.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to close that down, unless, though, I think Twyford's had some bad luck with the back markers earlier in the race. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened again.
He's got 2 more in front of him there. Dale Dowds has got 1 separating himself and Dave Twyford, but that quickly changes as Twyford gets through on both of them, and Dowds being held up just a little bit there.
Yeah, he's
and
lost out.
Ronnie Harris as well, not quite using all of the track there because he can't.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of the rookie Minitwins getting a lesson on how quick you want to be if you want to stand on the top step of the real podium here. They shuffle their way through once again. I'm thinking this is looking like another good 25 points, another solid result for David Twyford. Definitely no strangers to the top step. Is Twyford, one of the great champions of this club. Over the line he comes, bang, over the line. 25 points in the bag. However, Dowd, second place, another 20 for him. So he's losing 5 points at the time at the moment. This is only the first round. Ronnie Harris, we don't know anything at all about Ronnie Harris. Don't know if he's doing the whole season or this is just a bit of a play, because it's an unusual bike for somebody who's not going to be racing with us for the whole season to come out and actually practice on. But who knows? Kev Lilly, another solid performance from him to finish in 4th ahead of Billy Harris. Then is Toby Finnis, Jack Bettis, Ollie Sims, then
Yeah, Ollie Sims in number 12 machine up next with Russell Taylor, the man from Benfleet. He is there inside the top 9, just ahead of the 74 Dan Black, who rounds out the top 10. Only by 1/2 of a second, though, over the 140 of Daniel Sales. So Sales, Eggington, King, Griffiths. That's number 69 there of Jack Griffiths, just coming across the line ahead of 119, not Lee Healy, that's Simon Healy. And then the first of the rookie Minitwins, 410, Noah Guillory.
Yep, second one is Josh Chris.